Hi everybody, it's Debbie Sissons. Happy Tuesday. I'm here in my backyard. I'm enjoying our last Indian summer day. It's around 70 degrees, I think 70, 75 degrees, although the clouds are starting to move in because a front is coming through tonight to bring us reality, take us back to the 40s and 50s tomorrow. But today I'm out in my yard. I'm planting my mums that are spent. I bought them a couple months ago and they've been out front in my decorations looking beautiful, but now they're back here. My kids just had a debate with me and said these flowers are dead, but they're actually not dead, they're going dormant. And most people think of mums as annuals. You just buy them at your home improvement store, or like I did from someone doing a fundraiser, and you set them out for a couple months or a month, and then you get rid of them like an annual. But they really can be perennials, and all you have to do is when the flowers are spent, like these are now, they're still green on the plant, but the flowers are dying back. You want to take them out of their pot and rough up the roots and put them in the ground so that the crown of the plant is even. That's about 6 inches. But then to get them to rebloom, what you need to do, and I guess this is going to be like a 10-month video, I'll have to give you updates in the summer, but to get your mums rebloom, all you need to do is pinch them back every 2 weeks between July 4th and Labor Day, and then you leave them go. Don't pinch them back, just let them do their thing, and they'll produce flowers for you in September, the end of September, early October. I have one in, I'm gonna put another one in, and then I'm gonna put some hyacinth and some daffodils in too, so I can have some spring color. Every year, I say, I'm gonna plant bulbs because I want spring flowers, and every fall comes and goes. So this year, one of the things I'm doing is getting out here and planting bulbs because I have the time. So I'm really super happy about making a sheet pan dinner tonight, because I always mention them. I'm making pork chops with roasted root vegetables. We're going to look at the root vegetables. We have turnips, parsnips, and butternut squash. They're good alternatives to potatoes. I like potatoes, but need to change it up. And this time of the year is great because there's just a plethora of root vegetables at the grocery store right now, or if you have a farmer stand close to you. Most of ours around here have closed for the season. So I'm going to go ahead and plant the rest of my plants, and back there I got to trim back my hostas because they're done for the year. And I also am on the search for a thick branch because I'm found inspiration at the local florist shop for a Christmas craft that I want to do, and I'll record that. I may not show that today, but I'll definitely record it. We also have my son's birthday cake. I'll be making that in a couple of days. And my sister, mom, and I also have, we're going to be baking some coffee cakes and talking about planning for guests later this week. So getting a lot of ideas, but that's it for now. I'm going to stop my recording and get to work. Tonight for dinner I'm making sheet pan pork chops and roasted root vegetables. I think I've mentioned in just about every video that I love sheet pan cooking. It's really quick and easy and low cleanup. So tonight I'm going to make pork chops, roasted root vegetables. I first marinate my pork chops, and I'll just show you what I have for marinade. So the marinade is really simple. Low sodium soy sauce, oh my goodness, Worcestershire sauce, garlic, a little salt, a little pepper, a little brown sugar, and extra virgin olive oil. Just mix it up in a bag, throw the chops in for about an hour. You could do them overnight if you want, but I usually just do them an hour or so before I'm gonna put them in the oven. And then my veggies tonight, I have parsnips, turnips, and a butternut squash that I'm gonna peel. Now this is obviously more than what I need for one dinner, but I'm also gonna peel and bag a combination of this and put it in the freezer to use at another time. Like I said, as you can see, and I eyeball everything. I'll try to write a recipe down for you, but in my baggie, I probably put 1/4 to 1/2 cup of olive oil. Probably closer to 1/2 cup. And I'll put probably what's left in here, which is looks like about 1/3 of a cup of low sodium soy sauce. Rinse him out for the recycle. And then this I put in maybe a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. Then we put in 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar. Again, I just eyeball it. If I was baking something, I'd be more precise, because baking, you need to be on the ball or your recipes won't turn out. But for a marinade, you can eyeball it. And I'm just gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of salt, simply because there is already sodium in the soy sauce, and you don't want to make your recipe too salty. And I just, whoop, a little too much, but that's why I don't do it in my bag. You can see I have paper towels here. 1/2 teaspoon in, and then 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, which I'm almost out. And then, optionally, I put in about 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. And you can mince your own garlic cubes, or I go the fast route and just use the jarred prepared. And I get a little Pyrex dish or something that I can rest my bag in, and I just mix it around. Make sure that your brown sugar and everything gets well combined. Open up my bag, and I just put my chops on paper towels and patted them dry. And they're bone-in chops. I just stick them in the marinade. And since these are only going to be marinating for about an hour, I leave them on the counter. I don't put them in the refrigerator. Push the air out. Seal it up. Kind of massage it around. And since it's in this Pyrex dish, you can lay it flat, and every 15 minutes or so, I give it a little massage and flip it so that all the sides marinate. But that's it for my marinade. We'll let that go for an hour, and I'll prep my veggies. I won't bore you with the peeling of the veggies, but I peel them all and then cube them. And once we get that all prepped, then I'll show you what we do next to get it on the sheet pan. I have my veggies all cubed up. I have butternut squash, and the white is a turnip, and then the tan color is a parsnip. So all I do with them is I mix them around in a bowl, and I drizzle a little bit of olive oil on them. Just toss it around, make sure everything gets coated well. You don't have to drown it in olive oil, but just get it coated. And then we'll put on a little pepper, and a little kosher salt. An 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon. Just mix it around, like I said, and it's all prepped and ready to go. And I have my oven preheating at 375, and I put my sheet pan into the oven to get warm. So it's been in here for like 5 minutes on the middle rack, so it's warm. And I put my veggies on there. Get them nice and make a nice even layer. Single layer. Spread them around the pan so they have room to roast. And then you're going to stick your pork chops, which I've been marinating. You stick those right on your veggies. Last one. So they're all on there, and then you put them on the middle rack of the oven that's 375, and you roast it for 20 minutes. Our pork chops and veggies have been in for 20 minutes, so we're just gonna toss the veggies around. Now we have our finished product. We have our roasted veggies and our pork chops. I did put them under the broiler for like 2 minutes just to get them a little darker at the end. And then we're also having butter noodles, which is a easy, tried and true kid side dish. It's just egg noodles with 3 or 4 tablespoons of butter and about 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. Simple and easy. Thanks for joining me today while I was outside enjoying the weather and planting my flowers, and for staying with me to learn about sheet pan dinners. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.